Yes, members, welcome back to another video, Math in Motion. This is our YouTube channel. I think members, we are happy with the channel because I'm this time trying now to give out a lot of content. Every day we shall have some videos to watch and enjoy. Now, members, today let's have a question about national accounting, where I have a question given us. So given that the gross output is 1185, final output 110, intermediate inputs is 110, net foreign income, net foreign factor income is negative 13, net indirect taxes is 17, the intermediate inputs is this one 185, final expenditure is 115, total inputs is 115, and then depreciation is 114, and then last size and wages is this one. Other factor incomes excluding depreciation is 125. Now our question is saying to compute the following: GDP at market price, GNP at market price, GDP at factor cost, GNP at factor cost. Yes, we're together. And then I want us to find now net NDP at market price, which is net domestic product, then NNP, net national product at market price, and then net domestic product at factor cost. And I think we shall be enjoying this question because it is just a matter of knowing what to do and then what to do. We said if you have something at market at best price and want to take it to market price, we just need to add taxes minus subsidies. Then if you want to take it to now factor cost, what we do, we subtract taxes minus subsidies. That's the case. And then if we're changing from changing from domestic to national, what do? We add net foreign factor incomes, like what we spend abroad minus what we earn from abroad. That's what we add on the domestic product. And then lastly, if we have gross national, gross domestic, and want to have now net, what do? We just need to subtract the depreciation. Just need to subtract depreciation from the gross domestic product. Then remember, let's go ahead with each question, but I'm going to be using this space here. I think that should be enough for us. Now for number one, let us find GDP at market price. We said at market price, we just need to add taxes minus subsidies on the GDP. Therefore, this means that we shall have our gross output, our gross product, have our DP, domestic product. We say plus taxes minus subsidies. But now for this time round, taxes minus subsidies, it is called net indirect taxes, which is 17. Therefore, I just need to say that plus net indirect taxes, which is net indirect taxes, which is taxes minus subsidies. But remember, our DP has three definitions. Now for me, I'm going to define it in terms of value added approach, which is the same as having gross output. Our DP here is the same as having gross output minus intermediate consumption, which is then plus net indirect taxes, which is taxes minus subsidies. Then it's the same as having gross output is this one, 1185. Now minus intermediate consumption is composed of two: intermediate inputs and imports. Intermediate inputs is this one, intermediate inputs is 110, intermediate inputs is 185. Therefore, I have minus 110 plus intermediate inputs is 185, and then plus lastly net, which is 17. Net is taxes minus subsidies. I think just taxes minus subsidies. It's our net indirect taxes. Yes. Now from here, I think I got our answer as, what's the answer here? We have our answer as 907, and then I'll have the answer here as, for this is 907. As simple as that. Now we want to find out gross national product at market price. Now what you have to do is just we just need to have gross domestic product at market price minus net foreign factor incomes, like what we spend abroad and what we earn from abroad. Yes. And then for our second part, we shall just need to have, remember, all of them are at market price. Then part two, you are saying part two, I think we shall find the gross national product at market price, where we just need to find the gross national gross domestic product at market price minus tax minus the net foreign factor incomes, NFFI. But we already have the gross national GDP at market price as 907 minus the net factor foreign income, which is negative 13 from the question, and then lastly our answer is going to be 907 minus 13 is, I think we have 894, and that's our answer. Members, I think you just bear with me because my equipment got off, but now I'm trying to make a voiceover. Now our part 3 is to find the gross domestic product at factor cost, but we know when we're getting the factor cost, we just need to subtract taxes, and then we add subsidies. That is going to be the negative of the the negative of the net indirect taxes, because indirect taxes is the same as having indirect taxes minus subsidies. Therefore, I shall have our domestic product minus taxes plus subsidies. Now from there, we know that our negative, if we put a negative, we also have taxes minus subsidies, and it's going to be our NIT, which is the net indirect taxes. Therefore, we just need to have our GDP minus NIT. Yes. Now, from that point, we say our DP is the same as having gross output minus intermediate consumption. And remember, intermediate consumption is composed of intermediate inputs and imports minus the NIT, which NIT is 17. Then we shall have our 1185 from the question minus plus 110, which is, and then 1185 from the question minus 17. And at that point, we shall be able to have our answer as, let us press the calculator, 1185 minus 110 plus 1185 minus 17. Let's see that, and you see what answer we have there. It is 873. That is our answer for that part. Members, you bear with me with these people who are shouting at you, but you have nothing to do. But a good thing, I'm trying to give you the right explanations for the work. Now, our fourth part is talking about the GNP at factor cost. GNP is gross national product at factor cost, where we just need to know that changing from domestic to national, you just need to subtract net foreign factor incomes. Like, we need to subtract what we earn from abroad. But remember, we have already the net GNP at market price. Therefore, our GNP at factor cost is the same as having GNP at market price minus minus taxes plus subsidies. Therefore, we just need to have our value we have there up. I'm saying in order for us to have the GNP at factor cost, you just need to have GNP at market price minus taxes plus subsidies. Yes. But taxes minus taxes plus subsidies, we said the same as having negative of net indirect taxes. Yes. Therefore, it's going to be the same as having 894 minus 17, which is the same as having our answer is going to be if we press the calculator, we have 894, it's the same as having 877, and that is going to be our GNP at factor cost. Yes, members, I think everything is simple. You shall just bear with me. I'm doing a voiceover, but just because my microphone went off while I was doing the video, but I think we are all right. Now, the fifth part wants us to find NDP at market price. NDP is net domestic product national price. But as we said, transforming from gross to net, what we have to do, we have to subtract depreciation. Therefore, the net domestic product at market price is the same as having gross domestic product at market price minus depreciation. I think members that will make sense. The same as having GDP at market price minus depreciation. And our GDP at market price, we already have it as 907, and then depreciation from the question is 125. Therefore, members can easily get the solution from that solution. So it is 114, and then what's the answer? 907 minus 114. Using the calculator, we get 793, and that is our answer. Members, I was just confirming with mine, which I have, which is yes, that is the answer. Yes, for the sixth part is net. It's net. Now we're going for net national product at market price. You said transforming from domestic to net. Transforming from domestic to national. We just need to add. We just need to add what? We just need to add net foreign factor. But we already have. Now we're coming from net. We're coming from net national product. It's the same as having gross national product market price minus depreciation again. And net national product is the same as having, we already have it, gross national product 894 minus depreciation, which is 114. Then we get our answer as easy as that. Yes, members, let us press the calculators and we have the answer. Our answer was 780, as that is the answer for that part. And then lastly, we want us to find now NDP at factor cost. NDP is net domestic product factor cost. The same thing as having gross domestic product at factor cost minus depreciation, because you're coming from gross to net. Remember, you have net domestic product at factor cost, the same as net domestic at factor cost. So yes, minus depreciation. But remember, GDP at factor cost, we already have it from the first question, which is 873 minus depreciation, which is 11. It is 114, and then our final answer is going to be 873 minus 114 is going to be 759, and that is our final answer for that part. Members, I think for that question everything is fine. This is Math in Motion, your math tutor. Just know I had made a video, but unfortunately my microphone went off. But I think with that everything is fine. I was telling you that everything, I think we are trying to see that we shall be there in national accounting and income analysis. This is a part where we shall need to know everything about national accounting. I promise to make more videos like this. I was explaining to you that coming from, first of all, we say coming from domestic to national, we just need to add net foreign factor incomes, which means the difference between what we spend abroad and what we earn from abroad. Now coming from gross to net, we just need to subtract depreciation. And lastly, coming from market price to factor cost, we just market price to factor cost, we just need to subtract taxes plus subsidies. Members, subscribe to my YouTube channel. This is Shakano, your math tutor. And members, I think you recall my number. My number is 0700981468. Members, we need more resources. As you see that markers are getting done. For anyone who has any help in form of markers, you can reach out to me. My number is always on. Even international students who are there, who are willing to support us, please support the channel. Members, share, like, and subscribe to the videos, and share the links to your colleagues so as they can enjoy also. Math in Motion is the channel. Your math tutor is fine, and I encourage everyone to be ready and yes, and to see how we can be there. Members, I want to give you one trick of reading, that if you are reading, members, from the channel, have where you write, and then things will be fine. My number is, as I'm saying, plus 256007700981468. I think, members, for this is everything is fine. That's the number. In form of any help, just put on that number. For any questions, feel free to put in the comment section. I'll be able to answer. For any corrections, I will also answer. I think with that everything is fine. Thank you for watching. This is Math in Motion. I sign out.